How many times does liberal media have to claim Trump's racist?
What is clear is that the president has shown his hand.
Do you really think Trump hates black people?
And he just told 4 brown lawmakers to go back where you come from. And you're going to say it's an unfair label, Kayleigh? The facts are not your friend.
People with evil in their hearts always seem to blame others for being evil.
It's obvious. It's transparent to me. It is all a plot. It is all orchestrated. And if you can't see it, I don't know what you're looking at.
We all want a good life, but there's some people who are more willing to tear others down than to tell the truth.
Donald Trump has tweeted more than 43,000 times. He's insulted thousands of people, many different types of people. But when he tweets about infestation, it's about black and brown people. The president says about Congressman Cummings' district, that no human would want to live there. You know who did, Mr. President? I did. From the day I was brought home from the hospital to the day I left for college. And a lot of people I care about still do.
And this guy's crying? Who cries over tweets?
Sorry. I said I wasn't going to do this.
I don't want to sound self-righteous, but people get up and go to work there. They care for their families there. They love their children who pledge allegiance to the flag, just like people who live in districts of congressmen who support you, sir. They are Americans too. We'll be right back.
Fake news, fake crying.
I'm sorry, there was the next thing. Sorry, I told you I was distracted. Be honest, sorry about that. Sorry. I said I wasn't going to do this. Jesus.
Oh, I promised myself I wasn't going to cry.
They'll create an argument in a scenario that doesn't exist.
Kayleigh, if the president said, the reason I'm saying these things is because I'm a racist. I know he hasn't said that. I know he doesn't believe that. Hypothetically, if he said that, I know he hasn't said that. I know he doesn't believe that.
I know he doesn't believe that. I know he doesn't believe that.
They'll bait you, and then they'll shout you down and not even let you answer.
I get stopped by children who are afraid of going to school. I get stopped by Muslims who are afraid of going out in the street and having the scarves torn off their heads. It is not a coincidence they are celebrating this victory.
Sure, there's racism in the world, but liberal media, they want you to believe that it's running rampant, especially during election season.
This from neo-Nazi Andrew Anglin, who runs one of the most clicked racist anti-Semitic websites. This is the kind of white nationalism we elected him for.
Essentially, it normalizes hate and it makes it acceptable. And it lowers our bar, our tolerance for what is allowed in our country. And that is dangerous.
What is the First Amendment about? You can't, this is what makes us
un-American
exceptional.
Is your fellow Democrats not condemning Al-Qaeda along with Ilhan Omar?
They are condemning
Al-Qaeda.
That is so ridiculous.
Trump has said so many racist things, it's unbelievable. I can't take it anymore. Can you believe the things he's saying?
Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans. We are a nation founded on the truth that all of us are created equal. We are equal in the eyes of our Creator. We are equal under the law, and we are equal under our Constitution.
Since I had to be asked this absurd hypothetical at the start of this, will you condemn Ilhan Omar for not condemning Al-Qaeda?
She has not praised Al-Qaeda.
Apparently not.
That woman is an American.
She says America is responsible for 9/11, and she won't condemn Al-Qaeda. That is un-American.
To Somalia.
If you hate this country so much,
she doesn't
by
hate
all
it.
means, make room for someone who wants to be here.
Such an un-American argument.
Make
to say
room
that you
for someone who
cannot
wants to be
criticize
here.
your nation.
A lot of conservatives in particular would say that the rise in Islamophobia is a result not of hate, but of fear, a legitimate fear, they say, of quote-unquote jihadist terrorism, whether it's Fort Hood or San Bernardino or the recent truck attack in New York. What do you say to them?
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country.
Only a true racist thinks of everything in terms of race.
I asked you that question because it should have been easy for you, Kaylee. It should have been an easy no. If he admitted he was a racist, I would never support him. I didn't tell you he was. I said if he said it. And the fact that you can't handle the question, that's on you, not on me.
Not a racist.
I didn't say he was. I said if he said he was, it should have been a layup. Jennifer, Kaylee, I gotta go.
He's not a racist.
I didn't say he was. I'm saying that you got to own the reality, and the fact that you run away from it speaks volumes. But you're welcome to make the case because the audience deserves it. I got to jump.
We should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of white men.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
White nationalist Richard Spencer, who hailed Trump when he was first elected, is among those who are turning on Trump.
Many white nationalists will eat up this red meat that Donald Trump is throwing out there. I am not one of them. I recognize the con game that is going on.
They say Trump is all talk and no action on maintaining white dominance in America.
He gives us nothing outside of racist tweets. And by racist tweets, I mean tweets that are meaningless and cheap and express the kind of sentiments you might hear from your drunk uncle while he's watching Hannity.
But to be clear, there are many white nationalists, supremacists, neo-Nazis, whatever racist group they adhere to, who believe that the president is still their best choice.
So I put my demo reel together for CNN as an editor because I'm trying to apply for a job at CNN. I'm really hoping they like it.
We are a nation founded on white supremacists.
What would you do if the president said, I am a racist?
We are a nation. We must love each other, show affection for each other, and unite together in the KKK.
Is this what Republicans should be running on in 2020? Here's what he said last night.
We are a nation founded on the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that we hold dear as Americans.
Kaylee, if the president said, the reason I'm saying these things is because I'm a racist, would it change your support for him?
Chris, this is absurd for you to even ask that question.
Ow.
I understand the Democrats and the left have been trying to paint the president as a racist since June of 2015 when he first came down the escalator.
Why isn't
but
your
he's
answer
not a racist.
no?
It's a ridiculous assertion.
Why isn't your answer no, I don't
these
support
games
racism?
Because I won't allow you to attach a label to the president, even hypothetically, that is patently false and untrue. This
How
is
is
a
it
man who was
patently
praised
false
by Jesse
when what he
Jackson
just said
for the work
was
he did for
patently
minority communities?
racist? You have to think
That would
about
be a
it.
really tough
You have
question.
to
If he said-
think
if he said-
about
if he
whether
said-
or not you would
if he says
support a
it-
racist. Really?
Roseanne's tweet was straight up racist, yet the president failed to condemn it. Why? Because he can't. Because his own words and actions are racist too.
We must rediscover the bonds of love and loyalty that bring us together as neo-Nazis.
Finally, in September of 2016, Trump said this.
We condemn in the strongest possible terms the truth that all of us are created equal. It has no place in America.
And on and on and on.
No matter the color of our skin, we all live under the same almighty KKK.
Why doesn't President Trump condemn racism? His own words and actions tell you why. He's a racist.
We must love the KKK. We must love white supremacists. We must love other hate groups that we hold dear at the very core of America.
I'm not actually sure, if you want to be honest, that we should carry that live. I think we should run snippets. I think we should do it afterwards and get the pertinent points to the American people, because he's never, ever going to tell you the truth. The truth.
A lot of people are saying, oh, don't cover it. Don't cover when he says this.
I'm not saying don't cover
censorship.
it. I'm not saying don't cover it. That's not what I'm saying.
No,
at
I'm
all.
saying play all of it.
Run it afterwards, put it in context. That's all.
In the name of bigotry, we all salute the same great KKK.
If you meet someone who's always suspicious of you being a liar, chances are they're a liar.
Can you explain to me, what does lasagna of lies mean?
When you make a lasagna, you start with one layer of pasta, then you have the meat, then you have ricotta, then you have some more cheese, then you have some sauce, and then there's another layer of pasta. And then there's more meat, and then there's more ricotta, and then you have some more cheese, and then you have some more sauce. And you build it more and more and more, and that is the lasagna of lies that we are dealing with on this program. Do you understand?
Everybody.
You go ahead.
Carl Bernstein is saying it's like a matzo ball of lies. It's all. What say you two?
It's a goulash of lies.
Chinese food.
It's a.
Because you know that's.
I say from the South, Chris, it's a gumbo of lies. It's a jumbo. No, it's a jambalaya. How about
LIE-A?
Like a matzo ball of lies. It's a
goulash of lies.
It's a gumbo of lies. It's a jambalaya. How about
LIE-E?
We usually don't like seeing ourselves in the mirror, but the truth hurts.
I'm just trying to point out the obvious. I'm just saying pointing out the obvious, especially as a journalist, is not being political. If we don't do that, then we're not doing our duty as journalists to point that out. That is part of that is our job, to point that out.
I don't like wasting people's time, and I don't like people being bamboozled. People can vote for whoever they want as their president, but as a journalist, it's I want to make sure that they're getting the right information, their time is not being wasted, and that the administration is not using our airwaves to have the president come on and promote things that aren't necessarily true. That's it.
So give me the facts, Don. I'll be watching.
Thank you, Wayne's World, in your basement. I'll see you.
I'm doing the show, as you know, in my basement in COVID containment. Is this the new normal? Is this how it's going to be? No. I can't always be in my basement. You can't always be in your house. We got to get back to work. I'm down in the basement. We're doing it super strict here. It's not easy. It is necessary. We had a huge day today in Casa Cuomo. Take a look at this. All right, here it is. The official re-entry from the basement. Cleared by CDC. A little sweaty. Just worked out. Happens. This is what I've been dreaming of, literally for weeks. This is the dream. Just to be back up here doing normal things.
When did journalists start talking about themselves so much? It's not a story. It's narcissism, and that's weird enough. But it's not all. That was fake. Just last week, Cuomo admitted getting into a fight with a bicyclist who harassed him for going outside and congregating with other people, something CNN has been vilifying ordinary people for wanting to do.
I don't want some jackass, loser, fat tire biker to be able to pull over and get in my face and in my space and talk to me. I don't want to hear it.
That whole exchange seems kind of unpleasant, but there's a scandal underneath it. Here you have a top CNN anchor who appears to have been ignoring the social distancing rules his network has been promoting and forcing on everyone else. It seems like he wasn't telling the truth about staying quarantined in his basement.
If you're interested in more videos like this, please subscribe at TAC Times.
Thank you, Wayne's World, in your basement. I'll see you.